think that's actually working. Awesome. Okay, so this is mostly just a test stream to see if I can get music to play in the while I'm playing a game like this that has no music of its own. So yeah, that seems to actually be working. So let's go. I'm mostly finished with the level, so this should be pretty short. I'm just going to finish my trip to Geneva here. Let's see, do I have my parking brake on? Alright, parking brake off. I'm going to try and bring the music volume up a bit. Alright, so that ought to do that. Alright, I have to Now the real question will be if someone else actually joins and tells me whether or not that's too annoying. Is I have to wait and see for that. I think the roundabout music ought to be just about perfect for this. Ah, I'm drifting. Drifting lanes, not drifting like drifting in a turn. That'd be kind of hard to do with a tractor trailer. 18-wheeler. Lorry. Articulated vehicle. The bit of the roundabout music that really impressed me, well, that really surprised me, honestly, was that none of it was Spec to start with. And Spec being the band that that developer Dan Teasdale has with one of his old harmonics friends. They had a couple downloads available for Rock Band a long time ago. So they said they might try and get some in for the console release, so fingers crossed for that one. They had the really good song Conventional Lover on Rock Band 2, I think. It was also a free download for Rock Band 3. And then they also had a couple of really great songs in the Rock Band Network Marketplace. My favorite being VP of Booty Reports, which is about this guy that's got a office job and winds up as the vice president of Booty Reports in a gang of ghost pirates. At least I think they were ghost pirates. They might have just been normal pirates. I'm not sure. In my mind, they were ghost pirates. I am using a steering wheel for this, but it's a kind of dinky old GameCube steering wheel that just happened to also have a USB plug on it. So I've been using that for a long time now. And some of the finer adjustments are a little bit tough on the on this thing. It's kind of a small wheel because, you know, designed for the GameCube. Oh, no. Okay, that was smooth. Alright. Just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Not like a huge backup behind me, is there? Yeah, a couple people. I normally play this in multiplayer mode, but they updated the game with achievements today, and the multiplayer mod doesn't support that yet, so we're in regular old vanilla Euro Truck 2 until the multiplayer mod updates, I think. Though they do a really cool thing with their, they make old versions available and a experimental Oculus Rift version of this game available through Steam betas. So if you get an update and it messes with your computer or makes one of your mods incompatible, you can just go into the betas menu under Properties in Steam, and you can just roll it back to one of the old versions. Which I can think of a few other games, Train Simulator, that could use that kind of thinking. And it looks like we're still pretty good on fuel and rest, which are both in active now that I'm not in multiplayer. When you're in multiplayer, you don't have to stop and sleep anywhere, which is nice. Though those spots do make perfect places to finish a mission if you have to stop mid-game, because you don't want to stop in the middle of the highway. I accidentally made an appearance in a much more prominent video producer's Euro Truck 2 video earlier this week because my game crashed and left me in the middle of a highway as they drove by. That was Squirrel. Luckily, you couldn't see my gamer tag in that video, so only the 2 people watching right now will actually know that was me. And chances are they don't watch Squirrel, so it kind of works out. I recognize my truck in the trailer, parked in the middle of the highway. Squirrel and Corrales driving past honking. I'm kind of mad at myself, because if I'd actually been in the game, I might have recognized them. Just, I remember exactly when that happened, too. Alright, I need to get over for an exit here. Alright, and feet on the pedals, getting ready to cut the cruise control there. And downshift, downshift, downshift. Ah, come on. I've got a giant digger on the back of my trailer here, so it's a little tough to get it uphill sometimes. Swing nice and wide there so I don't clip anyone that happens to be coming the other direction. There we go. Now we're moving again. Hi. And got a toll booth coming up. Ace Ultron. And Frontier Whiskey. Alright, so I knew there were 2 people watching. And coming up to a toll booth. Because it's not a simulator if it doesn't include the boring parts. And brake. 64 British pounds. That's brutal. I believe I am still in France at the moment, so I can blame them for that brutal toll booth. 64 pounds. I don't actually have any idea how much that is in American dollars, but I assume that's a lot. Sounds like a lot. So hey, since there's actually people watching now, let me know how the music is, because this is kind of an experiment to see if I can stream with music going. Courtesy of Roundabout and the Steam music player that just kind of grabbed that for no reason. Alright, we've hit the speed limit here, so I'm just gonna hit cruise control and... Oh, I'm doing 38 in cruise controls. Let's let that slow down a bit. And there we go, 37. They, one of the neat little things they added fairly recently... Oh, right, no mouse. If you look at my GPS on the left-hand side, there's a little speed limit indicator in the bottom left corner, and that stays in miles per hour even in Europe, which is nifty, because I usually drive around, well, I started driving around in the UK, which is why I use British pounds and miles instead of, and a right-hand drive truck instead of euros and kilometers. So luckily they leave the speed limit in miles on your GPS. That was something they only just added a few updates ago. And wide right-hand turn, check, make sure I'm not going to hit anyone. And watch my trailer, make sure that doesn't go in the grass. Perfect. Oh, I need to just loop the ice cream truck music this whole time. That's great. Thank you, Dan Teasdale and Panzer Skank. Downshift. Pretty brutal hill here. I try and stick to the freeways in this game because you get a lot more speed on those and you don't just get murdered on these back road sections on the highways. Plus, if you hit one of those steep uphill bits, people can still get around you. And AI cars will pass you at every opportunity. But sticking with the freeway would have added a whole lot of extra time to this particular delivery, and I want to make sure I get there on time. Though I'm still pretty early. The earliest they expected me to get there for this delivery was pretty much right now. So as long as I make it in the next couple hours in game time, I should be okay. Oh, speeding a little. High beams, because I can't see a bloody thing. And it took me probably about 30 minutes to get the get my stream set up to where you could see what music was playing in the corner there. Proud of that. I'm not too experienced at streaming more than one window in this just yet. Oh, what the... Ah, it's different. Okay. Right. I'm glad the guy behind me didn't ram me when I did that. I'm waiting for that red light to go green. I assume I'm supposed to stop here. There's one lane. In the US, you'd have a person standing there with a stop or slow sign. I guess in Europe they have temporary stoplights. Yep. There we go. And very happy that the company that made this game is working on an American truck simulator. I'm looking forward to that one. Probably going to stream a whole bunch of that once that's released. They just released a couple new screenshots of that pretty recently, showing off San Francisco. No one gonna run into me? No one gonna run into me. And looks like we got a gas station coming up, so I am going to stop and top off my tank, because I've run out of gas a couple of times in this game, so I try my hardest to avoid that whenever possible now. So if there's even the slightest bit missing from my fuel meter, I stop and top off. Every chance I get. Oh, great, it's on the other side of the road. Parking brake, kill the blinker, and fuel. Yeah, see, over 200, almost 300 liters. That's more fuel than I have ever used in my moped in the entire 2 years I've owned it. In one tank of gas. I should probably stop and sleep, but I'm awfully close to my destination, so I'm going to try and make the delivery first. I'm not driving the wrong way. I'm pulling out into traffic. I got a ticket for driving the wrong way on that little tiny stretch of road as I pulled across. I didn't hit anybody. That was dumb. At least it was a cheap ticket. If you hit another car, you lose a couple hundred pounds for it. You get nervous when the speed limit gets high on these back roads. They're so windy that it's really difficult to turn when you're going too fast with this much weight behind you. Yee! Okay, so this has become a right proper highway here. We are heading for Geneva, Switzerland. Though I'm pretty sure we are currently still in France. Nope, there's Geneva coming up now, so we must have already passed the... We must have already entered Switzerland at some point. That proves that I'm paying attention. Ah, yellow car, yellow car. What are you doing? I need to move over. I find it really difficult to slow down without stopping completely sometimes. I probably look like a complete and utter dork right now. I've got the steering wheel and one keyboard in front of me, then another keyboard and the pedal, another keyboard in my lap, and the pedals down on the floor. The second keyboard for the other computer where I'm watching the chat. Alright, this is our destination here. Oh good, pretty easy parking job here, it looks. Alright, swing this around. promise there's a method to this madness. There we are. Gonna be able to get it nice and easily lined up now. Though this is much easier in the daylight. You can get a bit of a better idea of where your trailer's going. Also, I don't know why they're having me park in front of a loading bay. This is a digger, not a box truck. There we go. Set my parking brake. Neutral. And engine off. Deliver. Ah, music. Conflicting musics. Satisfactory. Yeah, I took a little bit of damage early on in that mission, and also I slammed into a wall not too terribly long ago. On the stream, of course. Alright, so that went pretty well. I'm just going to drive to a... somewhere to sleep in this game. And then I'm going to call it a night. Alright, so it looks like there's a hotel off to my left here. So let's make sure I'm not pulling out into traffic. Can't see a thing that way, so let's just pray. Okay, so not quite a hotel, but a place where we can stop and rest. Nope, nope, not in Europe, not in the UK anymore. Gotta drive on the right. Alright, so... there we are. Another parking job. And we're all set. One-handed driving for the win. Just pop outside, make sure I'm in this parking spot good. Ooh, did not have much room there between myself and the guardrail, I don't think. And sleeping. And with that, I am going to call it an evening. Thank you, few of you, for watching. And I trust the volume mix is okay, since none of y'all said anything regarding that. So I'm just gonna go with that. Hopefully next time I stream, I'll have a little bit more music available than just this. But I don't exactly know how the Steam Music Maker works. So we'll see how that goes. This ought to be kind of useful on games like this in flight. And oh, perfect. Just want to show something off real quick. This game has the best water effects of anything. Watch this. I love that. That's amazing. That looks so good. Okay, anyway, done. Thank you, and good night.